Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Coach Arriale Starbird, holistic health and fitness coach. If you know a bit about my story that I've shared in previous videos, I've been a nomadic spiritual warrior, medicine woman, monk for many years, checking out many different gyms in different states as I travel through the world. Um, I've been to probably 30 different states in the United States alone. And everywhere I go, I try to find a gym there, and I work out, and um, and I've also worked out outside in all kinds of parks. I've ran on all kinds of streets, and I've been to easily 10 different martial arts gyms in the last 10 years, but consistently training in about five or six of them. So partly it's because I'm just a very curious person, and I like to try different forms of training and different forms of equipment and different martial arts styles. I like to meet different kinds of people, and I like to talk to different kinds of people from different traditions, because I just really like to learn everything there is to learn. And partly it's kind of been out of necessity. I moved quite a bit. Partly was due to COVID and all that, but also part of that. And some of the gyms that I liked, they closed and they moved, or they became inaccessible because I moved or they moved. It's just life happens. But for the last 6 years, I've been training in different forms of martial arts pretty consistently. So it has been sort of nomadic, but it's also been very consistent, and I train every single day. And so I've trained in martial arts such as Kung Fu and military-based self-defense kickboxing, Muay Thai boxing, Jeet Kune Do, Western boxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and just a little bit of wrestling, just starting to dabble in some wrestling and some of these other tough martial arts. And as a child, I trained in ballet, in gymnastics, and in my 20s, I trained very, very seriously in vinyasa and kundalini yoga. But mixed martial arts feels most like home to me. It feels most like what my body's designed for. It feels the most creative and versatile. And I feel like all of the training that I've had up till now, I can utilize all of it in MMA. I feel like I can be the most creative with mixed martial arts. And I'm an artist, so I like being creative. I like being able to use all of my gifts and talents. So in this video, I'm training at the UFC gym. I'm checking it out for the first time, and my impression so far is that it's significantly better equipped than Planet Fitness. Some of my other videos I did at Planet Fitness just because it was accessible, it was easy to, it was very close to me. And UFC gym is also significantly better equipped than most other gyms that I've ever trained at in the past, in any of the states that I've been at. It has a lot more free weights. It has heavy bags that people can use whenever there's no class going on. They have a cage also that you can train in. They have mats for groundwork. They have all of the machines you'd expect to see in most other gyms. Um, Planet Fitness is great for the money that you pay if you're on a very serious budget, but it's very, very limited. It has mostly machines and very, very few free weights, and most of them are always busy. It's very crowded. If you're more serious about your training in MMA, I feel like UFC gym is way better suited for that. And honestly, I'm a little bit regretful that I took so long to get there. I was just very, very busy. I didn't want to deal with changes, but something compelled me to check them out, and I'm glad that I did. They're just so much better than a lot of other gyms that I've been to. And it seems like UFC gym had a lot more serious athletes, very focused on their training. No one looked at me funny when I was shadowboxing. No one told me to stop recording, which is a big deal because I really need to record my training. I review it for me. It's not vanity, it's because I analyze my form and I perfect my form. And recording really helps with that. And so when I was at Planet Fitness, they were always telling me to stop recording because other people were uncomfortable. I was like, I understand that, but then I can't work here. So I could also train barefoot in the MMA gym, and it's very clean, so you can do that safely. And I had ample access to the heavy bags. That was the most important thing for me because I need to train on the heavy bag. I actually had access to several heavy bags at the same time, which you'll see later in the video. There was a lot more space to do stretching and groundwork. And I just felt a lot more comfortable here doing all the stuff that I do in my training than I felt at Planet Fitness. I felt like Planet Fitness just didn't have the space for me to do what I need to do in my training. It's very, very basic. Like I could just stay in one spot and just do basic shadow boxing in one spot. And the girls there were looking like terrified of me. And it was just kind of funny. But actually, I'm kind of exaggerating. Planet Fitness was okay. Don't get me wrong. It's just if you're into MMA like I am, you got to be training at an MMA gym because the equipment there is suitable for that. I think some women get worried going into gyms that are more geared towards what they believe is male athletics. Also, MMA is very versatile. There's lots of women in MMA too. There's a lot of respect there. No, I have not. I personally have not seen men in MMA look down on women in MMA. There's just respect for the other warrior because it's a very hard sport. Anyone who steps up and does the sport, they deserve respect. Women are probably worried that they're not going to fit in, that the men won't accept them or won't like them or will bother them or something. Maybe women feel intimidated and scared. But I felt like I had more time and space here to do what I love to do, which is to train hard. I was there for 3 hours almost, just trying every single piece of equipment they had. I could lift however heavy I wanted. Nobody bothered me at all. Everyone was very respectful. I honestly got nothing but respect and kindness here so far. It was also, like I said, very clean, which I know for women is very important. The guy that I talked to initially at this gym, who was my first contact here, he actually came up to me. He said something really interesting. He said, I think of UFC, what it really stands for is Ultimate Family Center. And that's what we're here for, to grow family. We're one big family. And I really love that. Actually, I love that idea. It sort of struck chord. And then we talked about how everyone has a spiritual battle that they're fighting, or an internal battle. To me, it's a spiritual battle. I think he just said it's an internal battle deep within themselves. And at the UFC gym training helps you to become a champion and win your battles. And that's what I need. That I feel like that's priceless. I'm a spiritual warrior soul on a journey, and I know I belong in battle, whether I like it or not. And I think a lot of people who are wired as warriors, we feel this way. We're in battle because we're called to it. We answered the call. It's not whether I like it or not. It's how I'm wired. And I know I need to win this battle. So he spoke my language right off the bat. So I'm giving this gym 5 stars. I will be coming back here, and I will likely be training future clients here also. So if you are in the New York City area, reach out to me and I will be able to coach you here. In my Enlightened Warrior coaching program that I've developed kind of during the whole COVID lockdown, I offer this program online, and it is also a fitness coaching program. It's actually holistic health and fitness coaching program. We not only focus on the physical training, but also I coach my clients in holistic nutrition and spiritual healing. It's a kind of an all-inclusive program. We cover all areas of life. It's 100% online, so anyone in the world can join that. And if you are interested, contact me to book your free 15-minute call. It's ideal for people who, for some reason, can't train at regular gyms. Either they're too stressed, or they're recovering from illness or injuries, and they don't feel comfortable and safe yet returning to a regular gym, and or they just don't have the time. I've had clients who are so incredibly busy, they just the drive, 30-minute drive to a gym, they can't afford the time. but having the convenience of being able to work out at home is huge for them. And maybe they also want to work out at home. They want to have their own equipment at home. Maybe they don't want to go to a gym for some reason. There's lots of reasons why people may want to and prefer to train at home with me through Zoom rather than go to a gym. And if you're one of those people, or if you think you may be, just reach out. And I'd love to get on a free 15-minute call with you and discuss that. However, my holistic health and fitness coaching programs are now also available in person, private, semi-private, and group coaching in the New York City area. Any of the 5 boroughs of New York that you might live in, you can come to me, or I can come to you. I can train you at a gym, or I can train you in your home. It depends on what kind of program you're doing and your goals. So if interested to learn what kind of services I offer, check out the link in the description for a full list of programs and services. In my programs, I offer holistic nutrition and fitness coaching mainly, but a large part of that, we also cover sleep, mental health, emotional regulation, supplementation, detoxing, of course, weight loss or weight maintenance, as well as maximizing your fitness performance if you're a more serious athlete. And I also help people to recover from serious and chronic health challenges, such as autoimmune disorders, arthritis, chronic pain, migraines. Many of my clients have struggled with high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and various types of diagnoses. But the diagnosis doesn't really matter, because all of these conditions are a result of poor lifestyle, poor diet, and lack of exercise or not enough exercise, and a lot of stress. People have massive amounts of stress. I can't tell you how many clients have lived with decades of 10 out of 10 stress. It's become so ubiquitous, they don't even feel it anymore, but it's killing them. And it's very important to know how to cope, to release a lot of the stress, and only take on the stress that's realistic for you. That may sound obvious. Well, yeah, of course we should do that, but yet people don't know how to do that without help. And I've helped many of my clients get off of things like dialysis, get off of blood pressure meds, diabetes meds, cholesterol meds, and recover from the toxic effect of medications and chemo. Once you reestablish foundations of health and learn to maintain them, you just don't need meds anymore. And then, of course, it's all done with the supervision of their doctor. You would, of course, always go to your doctor. But once the doctor sees that you're healthy, it will be obvious that you don't need the meds anymore. I've also helped people to return to fitness after battling cancer, battling other serious immune challenges, surviving surgeries after surgeries. They thought they could never return to fitness and martial arts training again, but they were able to. There are no medications that can make you healthy and happy. Let's just be very clear about that. The only solution is a healthy lifestyle. Clean diet that is right for your blood type, regular exercise, pure water, having work that you enjoy, relationships that are filled with love and positive energy, and having peace in your home, and knowing and pursuing your purpose in life, having a mission and living that mission. A lot of people are asleep to that, to the fact that they have a mission, and really ultimately what will make them happy is living that mission and being empowered in that mission. But really that is the foundation of happiness. These things should not be negotiable. If you compromise these aspects of your life, you will lose health and you will lose happiness and vitality. And once you lose health, everything else will fall like dominoes, because health is the foundation of everything else. So if you're getting into health and fitness for the first time in your life, or you've had injuries and illness in the past and you need help getting back into health and fitness, I may be able to help you. Check out the 165 plus 5-star reviews on my site and my Google business page, linked below, to check out the incredible success stories from my past clients. Don't wait to take care of your health. Don't wait to take action, because once your health is gone, sometimes you can never get it back. Health should be your number one priority and investment. To book your free 15-minute call, just follow the link in the description. Stay blessed, not stressed.